In our first video, I shared with you some little known information about the perils of not being legally TCPA compliant while texting your car buyer prospects. I also introduced you to Sales Text Chat, a state-of-the-art texting platform that can help you eliminate any future legal exposure by getting compliant. But compliance is just one of the many benefits you'll discover in this program. It can also help you make more car sales. To illustrate, I'd like to relate a recent car purchase I made and what I had to go through to get the information I wanted to make a fully informed buying decision. Like most car buyers these days, I prefer to remain anonymous while I do my research on just about any potential purchase until I've narrowed down my options. I hate waiting, and being in sales and marketing, I really dislike sales pressure. In this case, I knew I wanted a pre-owned Toyota Camry in a certain price range, so I started my search online to see what I could find. A particular dealership popped up with what looked like the perfect car. Since the primary driver is terribly allergic to cigarette smoke, I needed to know whether it had been owned by a smoker. So I clicked on the dealership web chat button and asked the chat person whether the car had been smoked in or not. The lady said, "I don't know because I'm not at the dealership. I just do chat for them. Can I get your phone number so I can have someone call you back?" Knowing I had other cars to check out first before giving out my number, I told her no thanks, but I would call her back if I was interested later. A second dealership at least had a salesman handling the web chat, so I asked him the same thing. He told me he would go check and email me back so I wouldn't have to hang around while he checked it out. About an hour later, he emailed me with what he found, plus a list of other cars. Unfortunately, that car had already been sold, and none of the other cars in the list were of interest to me. If he had kept me engaged like he could have done with text chat, he might have been able to offer a similar car to me from what he found in stock immediately. But since it took an hour for him to get back to me, I had already gone on to the next dealer. The second and third dealerships all asked for my phone number almost immediately, and I told all of them I was not to the point of wanting to give that out yet. So they asked me for my email address. And they sent me their response the next morning, 24 hours after promising it, and well after I'd already bought the car. The final salesman, and the one I eventually bought from, was a man who took the chat, advised the car I was interested in was available, and said he would go check to see if the car had been smoked in if I didn't mind holding. I said I would hold, and in about 3 or 4 minutes he came back and told me it had been owned by a non-smoker. I asked if he would hold it until I could come look at it. He said he would, and I went to the dealership within the hour and bought a car nicer than the one I originally came to see. I have a question for you. What was the difference between the dealer I bought from and all the others? I think if you examine it closely, you'll see it was the speed of the response and the way telephone number requests were handled. Even though I told these other dealers I planned to buy a car that day, either because of technology limitations or their sales training, they either kept trying to slow the process down with email responses or led me to believe they were going to high pressure me by immediately asking for my phone number. Today's buyer is not that different from me. They want quick, anonymous answers to their questions, an absence of sales pressure, and a safe way to continue on at their option. A car dealer asking a stranger for their phone number too early feels like a stranger on the street walking up to you and asking you for a date. The old-fashioned email request told me that training or technology of that dealer was out of date, and the hired gun chat person told me the dealer really did not value that source of interaction enough to use their own staff to man it. If any of those who did not get the sale had been using our two-way text messaging service, they would have been able to let me remain anonymous while still capturing my cell phone number and authorizing me to call them in the process, and without it feeling like they were trying to pressure me. They would have been able to go out to the car, provide me with a quick answer to my questions by taking their cell with them, and been able to keep me engaged to build rapport with me so I would open up more so they could eventually better assist me. That's why two-way text messaging has such a high 1 out of 4 close ratio. When someone requests an instant text message by clicking a button next to a car or on one of your web properties or electronic ads, they're saying, "This is the car I'm interested in. What can you tell me right now to get me in the door?" The only way the person I bought from could have made it more certain I would come out to his lot was if he had texted me from the car and told me the same thing. That would have cut the wait time in half. But he was unable to do so even though he had a cell phone, since his dealership did not have two-way texting software. Today's prospects shop differently. They're changing the way they research cars, how they evaluate their options, and how they communicate with your dealership. And if your dealership's sales and marketing is not changing with them, today's shoppers will just leave your web properties and ads without you even knowing they've been there to seek out another dealership that's more in tune with the way they like to shop. The good news is we can help make your dealership the one they're attracted to because you have adapted, instead of the one they leave because you haven't. And early adopters will gain a significant sales advantage. It has become abundantly clear that a large and growing number of your customers want to engage with all businesses, including car dealerships, through text messaging, preferring to have no telephone or in-person interaction until they've narrowed the focus of their search. Why else would a recent study have found 60% of your salespeople are already sending out at least one text per day to their prospects? If it wasn't what the prospect was wanting, they wouldn't be doing it. Realizing that, and that 1/4 of all your text conversations regularly result in car sales, wouldn't you rather be the one they're coming to because you offer it instead of the one they're leaving because you don't? Wouldn't you want to have the advantage of being one of the first to offer it instead of having customers go to your competition due to you lagging behind? Your prospects' shopping preferences and the compliance problems mentioned in the first video are the reason Sales Text Chat, the most innovative text solution for the automotive industry today, was created. And when you consider that we can most likely get you the program without increasing your marketing budget at all, I think you would agree Sales Text Chat makes a whole lot of sense. This is an excellent opportunity for you to get on the same page as a large and growing number of the car buying public. It will increase your leads, expand your customer opportunities, and ultimately grow your sales. And isn't that what you really want? Why not give us a call right now to receive a free demonstration of this innovative technology? My name is George Cunningham. I'm a business owner in Fort Worth, and you can reach me at my direct line of 817-847-1938. Or you can just reply to this email and I'll call you back. If you do that, be sure to include your name and phone number so I'll know how to get a hold of you. Be on the lookout for another video tomorrow where you'll discover a way this program can help make all your marketing more effective by making it more interactive with your prospects. It'll be from Dealership Mobile Text Chat and have the subject line, "How to Make All Your Marketing More Interactive with Your Prospects." We've just touched the surface of the ways this program can help you make more sales and create more satisfied clients. I look forward to sharing more with you when we get back with you tomorrow. Until then, take care.